Come on in, everybody. It's tea time. I don't have any tea. I got to get in the habit of starting my tea up because I like tea in the fall and winter, like cafe mocha. So get on here. Sister Patty won't be in here. She said she needed a nap. And when somebody says they need a nap, I say, go for it. Go for it. I don't take a nap often, but every critter we have in this house is in the living room taking a nap. Two cats and a dog, and they're snoozing up a storm. But if they hear me talking, they're liable to be in here. So I left the door open so I wouldn't get any scratches at the door. So get on in here. I forgot to plug my phone in last night, y'all. Y'all ever do that? It just it it said it had 10% while I was doing the show this morning, and you know, I charged it right away. It didn't take long. Got it done, and it's good to go. I forgot to turn the lights off in the studio, even though I made me a little card to do it. I made me a little card that says, put on your microphone. And then I have my Psalms 91. Psalms 91. So, folks, well, there's a kitty. I think that's a little boy kitty. He's a little bit bigger than the baby girl. So, life is good. And life is much better with kittens, I'm telling you. For 2 weeks after Samantha passed, I was crying every day. Something would remind me of Samantha. Now, things remind me of Samantha, but I don't cry over it. I don't cry over it. I just love that I thought of her and put that love toward these little munchkins. And it's just precious. You know, when you have a void, our whole lives we spent filling that voids with things that aren't productive, like addictions and different things. And when you can take a negative thing and turn it into a positive, and that's what we do with making it fun. If we had one rule that we live by at Fly Lady, it is to turn something that is a mundane, pitiful thing that we don't want to do, we turn it into something fun. And when you make a game out of it, like a 27 fling boogie or a 5 minute room rescue or 3 minutes to empty your dishwasher, play and beat the clock. There's just a lot of things that we can get done, and we've made it fun in the process. So make it fun is a rule. And you all are so creative. I mean, you can come up with lots of ways to get things done and to enjoy it. I like to put on praise music. If Robert's in the house, I'll put my praise music on my phone and I'll turn my phone on, and I don't have to have my phone right on me with my AirPods on. And I have a good time at whatever I'm doing. My refrigerator's cleaned out. I have been cleaning out little cubby holes, setting up a baking station to to build some stuff like garlic bread and different things that I can keep in the freezer, because I can make one loaf of garlic bread and I can turn it into probably three different meals just with four little pieces of bread at a time. I have an electric knife that will cut bread quite nicely, but I make it fun. I make it fun, and making it fun is half the battle, because we need to get some things done. And when we just sit around saying, oh, I don't have time, and you procrastinate, things don't get done. Usually, the thing you're procrastinating about only takes a few minutes. We make it seem like it's going to take forever to do what we need to do. And that is not the case. It just isn't. We have a precious little kitty in the window. Let's see if I can show it to you. He's having a little he's having a little little bitty meal. I mirrors and camera angles get me all the time. So y'all, take some time today to make something fun. Get your kids in the kitchen and let them help you with dinner. I know you don't think that's very fun, but how else are they going to learn to cook? I've known people who have had 16-year-old daughters and sons that didn't even know how to make a pancake. And it was because she didn't want her child in the kitchen cooking because she didn't want her making a mess. Well, you have to teach the kid to clean up after themselves. Clean up after themselves. And start with a clean kitchen because that makes it just compounds everything. Yeah, that's my little boy with the golden eyes. That's my little boy with the golden eyes. I don't know how we're going to teach them their names. It just doesn't seem possible. He's right there. So get your children in the kitchen and maybe it- help, let them make a salad. Put it together. You'll be surprised at how your kids are going to take possession of that salad. We've heard it from Leanne Ely for many years. She had a son that wouldn't eat a salad, and one day she got him in the kitchen. And now's the time to get these tools. The little pumpkin carving tools you can get at the dollar store. They're little serrated tools. They'll cut carrots. They'll cut up stuff. And that's a good way to get your child cutting up veggies for a salad. Teach them how to make a dressing. The most fun way to make a dressing is to take a little jar of jam that just has nothing left over. Just it's just needs to be washed. And you take that jar of jam, whether it's a strawberry or a raspberry or whatever kind of jam you've got. You put a little balsamic vinegar and a little oil in it and put the lid on it and let the kids shake it. And you've got a vinaigrette. And it tastes good. It tastes good. Now you may not have enough of the jam in there to do what you want to do, but you can put another little bit in there when you open up your next jar. Try it. You're going to love this. And the kids are going to love helping you. Now, I remember as a child getting in trouble. Now, this shouldn't be something you get in trouble for. But I was making some whipped cream. I'd never made any whipped cream before. I didn't know that from cream, when you churn it, you get butter. Well, you can put, and I had a mixing bowl and a little hand mixer, and I went round and round and round and round, and eventually it turned to butter. And I got some buttermilk in there and some butter, and I was supposed to have whipped cream. But we didn't have any whipped cream for what I was making it for. But you know what? And I already put sugar in it, so we had a sweetened butter to smear on some biscuits. Talk about yummy. That mistake turned out well. And people took the butter and got their hands in cold water and ice water and put the butter down in ice water and formed it into a ball. And they had a ball of butter. Now, you can also take that whipped cream and put it in heavy cream, put it in a Ziploc bag and churn it around or put it in a jar and shake it. And you get your children in the kitchen making something fun. Making it fun. It's a great way to teach children how to do things and not get mad at them because they turned the whipped cream into butter. But butter could be a great thing. There are recipes out there for taking some egg yolks and putting them into some flour and making noodles. Can you imagine rolling out some noodles and slicing them up? I've got a little noodle making machine. It's fun. Fresh pasta. Who would have thought that? I did. It's not hard. Or making tortillas. You make up some tortilla dough and you got this thing that you push the little flat thing down on the ball of dough that you've kneaded around and the kids have kneaded. It's like playing with Play-Doh. And you can make tortillas. Put them in a pan, get a pan hot and put them in there and flip them over. And you can have tacos. You can also take them and drape them over the racks in your oven and heat up the oven, and you can make taco shells out of them. There's some fun ways to get your kids involved in the kitchen. If you make it fun, it'll get done. Setting a timer is always a great way to get some activity going. It doesn't take long to clean up after yourself. Always start with a sink full of hot soapy water. And that gives you a place to put things to clean up. Now, teach your children the rules. Knives and sharp things don't go in the dishwater, especially with bubbles in there. You set it off to the side. You just don't want to reach down. All of our knives are sharp. I guarantee they are sharp because my husband makes sure they're sharp. So I don't want to reach in and get my finger cut. Not at all. So y'all, make it fun so things will get done. Make cooking dinner fun. Get the kids involved. They're going to want to be a part of it, even if it's just a few minutes of being in the kitchen. Put the dishes down. Now this is Emily, my daughter-in-law. Her mother put her plates and things on a lower cabinet. So the girls, when they were little, Melanie and Emily, they were able to reach in to this cabinet and get the plates they needed for their family of 4 and set the table. Teach your children how to set the table. Where the knife goes, where the fork goes, where the spoon goes, where the glass goes. Teach them. You can find it online. Fork goes to the left, the knife goes to the right with the blade faced inward toward the plate, and the spoon goes right beside the knife. They may need to know that one day when they have their boss over for dinner. They may need to know which fork, because if you got a salad, you need a salad fork. You might need a dessert fork, and where it goes, so they won't be intimidated. Every once in a while, have dress-up night, where you get dressed up in your best clothes. You light the candles at the table. You get out the good china and the silverware, and you teach your children not to be afraid of a formal dinner. I know it's a thing of the past, but we got to bring it back because it's a wonderful thing. And have a basket off to the side where you can turn those phones off and put them away. You know, your kids grow up really fast. They grow up real fast. That's the only thing that makes me feel old is I have a 50-year-old son. But that's okay. I don't want the alternative. And I have grandchildren that are in college, working their butts off. God gets all the glory, y'all. He gets all the glory. Because train up a child in the way they should go. I mean, Justin and Emily went to where Ethan works the other day, and his boss came up to them and just really bragged on Ethan. Just really bragged on him. And it was with his work ethic that when he was supposed to be there, he was always there. He was never late. He was on time, and the customers loved him, and he was knowledgeable about what he was doing, and he was having fun at his job. It's the same way in college. He has a professor he really likes, and it's a professor of forestry. I live with a forester. Robert has spent his whole life since he got out of college and bought this property keeping the woods looking good. He loves it. It was something he did on his off time, and now he does it all the time. We've got an area out the kitchen window that looks down toward the road, but he keeps it underbrushed. He keeps the little trees from growing. It looks good. He's doing another area this fall toward our east, and he's just making it look good. He goes to the kitchen windows and he looks out, and he said, "Can you tell a difference?" I said, "Yeah, you've cleaned out where the fence row was." He said, "Yeah, not too much though. We don't want to see the neighbor's house." But you got to make it fun. And when you break it down into project mode and you do a little every day, it changes your life. It's not like it all has to be done in one day. That'll just tear your body all to pieces when you try to do too much at one time. That's why when we make it fun, we only have to do it just a little while. And then we're ready to do it again. Well, y'all, be good, kind, and sweet. Make it fun. Be good to yourself by making it fun. Be kind to others by making it fun. Life is too short for everything to be a drudgery. Don't begrudge something. Just do it and have fun doing it. I love you all. Let that joy that's in here, that sweetness that comes from the good Lord above, show everybody who you are, a child of the Most High, the only living God in the universe. He gets all the glory, y'all. I'm going to turn my lights off so I don't forget them.